Row 18, plot 20.
Hey everybody, welcome to Now It's Dark. I'm Jim, and the holiday season is upon us, so that means for us horror fans, we get to revisit some of our classic favorite horror slasher holiday movies. But this year, there's a ton of 2022 new horror slasher horror themed holiday movies, which is very exciting for me. And I watched a movie on a recommendation from Echo Cero, which is another horror YouTube channel. The movie is called The Killing Tree. This is on TUBI. It's 1 hour and 13 minutes. It's a horror comedy. It gets a 4.4 star rating. I think that is good. It's a mix of Sharknado, Jack Frost, and Ginger Deadman. There are definite elements of that kind of stuff, even Child's Play to some extent, with the way that the tree becomes a killing tree. This movie is a UK movie, and I believe it was released under the title Demonic Christmas Tree in the UK, and then changed to The Killing Tree. Here it's Uncork'd Entertainment. It has a fun opening. You get a little bit of an idea of what's going to be happening right away. We're introduced to Morrigan, I believe is the correct way to pronounce that. She's holding a urn. I believe it's an urn in her hands as she's doing some narration to the urn, which holds the remains of her lover Clayton. And the urn it made me laugh because it's not a traditional urn. It looked like maybe a piece of pottery that somebody made in a pottery class. I thought it was funny. We get a really nice kind of satanic ritual. We've got the pentagram on the ground, candles lit everywhere, nice imagery, moody music. Lighting is really fun. And then we're trying to resurrect Clayton, and there's a Christmas tree in the middle of the pentagram, and Clayton is resurrected as the killing tree. Now Morrigan comments, like that the ritual wasn't over yet, so she was not expecting him to be alive, and when he saw himself as a tree, he kind of was a little mad. He didn't understand it. We get some flashbacks throughout the first half of this movie that, to me, were a little annoying in the manner in which they were presented. I understand why we needed the flashbacks, because it gave us a little backstory between Clayton and Morrigan and what their mission was, why they were killing people, and how they didn't think people were appreciating Christmas for what it was, and not valuing their families and whatnot, and so they took it upon themselves to go on a killing spree. So that the placement of the flashbacks were a little weird, and some of them didn't even have like a transition. It just went from like one scene directly to a flashback. So if you're not paying attention, you could be confused maybe once or twice. I mean, I actually was paying attention, so I understood. I mean, once you see Clayton as a human, it's a flashback, because you don't ever get introduced to him in the current timeline. I also was really disturbed by the age gap between Morrigan and Clayton. It was really icky. I don't know why. Like, I understand, like, people are attracted to older women or whatever, but she was like grandma age. So, like, I mean, I guess that's a kink. I just don't understand it. I don't have it. But then again, I'm sure there's kinks that I have that people don't understand as well, like clown porn. Anyways, so the CGI is to be expectedly poor, but it's fun. I mean, if you're watching this to nitpick CGI, then you're missing the point of a movie called The Killing Tree. There were multiple inconsistencies with the size of the tree, particularly when it was outside as CGI and then inside as the man in the suit. I loved the man in the suit tree. I just really got a kick out of it. They did a fantastic job of keeping the lights on and flashing and blinking, so they weren't even just stationary lights. There's some fun kills. Oh, so for the size difference, I just mentally chalked it up to it being a part of his demonic powers. Like, he has the ability to control limbs, so why not be able to control his height? And so, not a big deal. Again, if you're going to nitpick that, like, it's just ridiculous. So, we have a Christmas party going on with a girl who went through the trauma of having her parents killed by Clayton. So, we are subjected to multiple scenes of trying to feel bad for her, which I suppose we do. But this is also going on at the same time that she's hosting a Christmas party in the home where her parents were killed. No big deal. Her name is Faith, by the way. Did I even say, like, the director and the writer? So the director was Rhys, frake-waterfield. The writer was Craig McLeary. And Clayton, the tree, the star of the show, was played by Marcus Massey, and Sarah Alexandra Marks played Faith. So those are the main characters in The Killing Tree. Doesn't matter. The tree is the true star. So Faith finally, sees a killing happen outside. She goes toward everybody. Nobody believes her. Lots of fast-paced killings. Multiple tree limbs into the bodies. Multiple bodies being ripped apart right in half, which is always fun. Lots of slaughter. There is a scene where, like, when it's apparent that this tree is killing everybody, that a lot of the party goers run outside, and then that's where the tree is, and then the comical way that some of them ran or didn't run, they did the it was kind of funny how we did that. We do get a hot blonde with a shotgun, but she doesn't do very well. There's a fun scene where in the house it's just Faith and her one friend who apparently is like a call girl, maybe. But there's a scene where they're hiding and the tree guy in a tree suit is kind of going through the house to find them, and Silent Night is playing in the background. It was really well done. I think it was unintentional, but you can see the tree kind of struggle going up the stairs. But it was definitely a fun scene. It had to be difficult wearing that suit. So if it was the actor himself doing it, Marcus Massey, he did, the best he could. For me, the parts with the real tree killings were the most fun. And, so he chases them around, tries to do some killings. We get outside, and then this ridiculous, stupid angel tree pops up. And the angel tree has the pronoun of we. What a party pooper. I was just like, So there's a quick little fun battle between the angel tree and the killing tree. And then it's kind of over. And the one line, who the F are you? When the killing tree sees the angel tree. So where, the angel tree, I guess, is mom and dad who were killed, and they've always been there to protect their baby. And that's it. The happy ending. Faith survives the second time Clayton has tried to kill her. There is possibility of a sequel, I guess. They kind of leave it like a little open-ended. I'm not really sure. The last image in the movie is supposed to imply that maybe he could be another tree now. I don't know. 4.4 on IMDb. It's definitely a fun movie. It's a fun Christmas holiday slasher that you really have to watch with tongue-in-cheek and just enjoy it for what it is. And let me know if you've seen it down below. It is on TUBI, so it's not going to be hard to find. So enjoy it. Let me know what you think of it, and keep checking back with the channel.
So have your dream. Go on and sing your song. There's nothing wrong with singing out of tune. If people laugh and say your dream can never be, just think of